For exclusive content that Shikama offers, join us over at Patreon as supporter of the Shikama Live Show. That's video content you won't see on YouTube that can help you grow and maintain your wealth, financial education wrapped up in plain English, and video series of interesting and thought-provoking topics. Join us at bit.ly/PatronShack. It's the first link in the information box. There was a time in the United States where you could only do the missionary position. About the Ghomeshi child. Canada has strict laws about collusion. They don't want witnesses colluding. And these witnesses colluded to the tune of 5,000 different text messages. So they all got their story straight and they went after Ghomeshi. Now, for people who are saying, oh, he's an animal, he's this, he's that, and the other. No. He likes it rough. He likes it rough with women who like it rough. Not only that, outside of the bedroom, he's a self-proclaimed feminist. When I read over this trial and I read about the facts of the case, it turned my stomach, not because of what he was doing, but that a judge had to sit there and determine about something that goes on behind closed doors. And everybody's saying they're sickened and they're sickened and sick. They're sickened by a what? Some people like to dress up in leather. Some people like to dress up in Little Bo Peep costumes. If I were on the bench, I would never even hear such a case. They'd have to go to a different judge altogether. I would not hear the case. If it's behind closed door, I don't want to hear the case. I don't want to hear it at all. The case reached, the court reached the exact correct determination. That these women got together, colluded, came up with a story, and then when they read the testimony, it was the same testimony over and over and over and over again. Even when the state, or the crown in this case, tried to present a surprise witness who came out with the same exact thing, it was a bad thing, not a good thing. It hurt their case against him. And these people, you people sitting in judgment, that's why I opened up the entire video with, there was a time in the United States where the missionary position was the only thing that you could do. Anything else was seen as depraved. And not only could you be arrested, but you could be killed for it. Killed, put to death for it. So please don't come with, oh, he's depraved. Oh, he's an animal. Oh, he's a miserable person. No, that's just what he's into. And the women he chooses are into that. And again, we go back to the fact that the women go back and back and back and back and back. It's the same thing like as the Cosby. Oh, he did this horrible thing to me. You were with him for 3 years. You were with him for 10 years. What are you talking about? That doesn't mean he didn't do... Be quiet. You're trying to get money. You're trying to ruin him. Somebody put you up to it. But no, seriously, okay, next woman. He did something, he did a horrible thing to me. You were with him for 3 years too. Yes, but he did, no, this is collusion, no. What are we, stupid? Are we not supposed to look at all the facts? And literally, there are people who say, you can't look at these women's past. Of course we can look at their past. They're trying to ask, with no evidence, mind you, literally a he said, she said case. The lawyers even said this was nothing but circumstantial evidence. Of course, if there's nothing but circumstantial evidence, of course you can then look at their past and see what their actions really were. People, grow up. What about your own household? If your child came to you and you know that your child was in trouble and you had to determine between your daughter and your son who was telling the truth, of course you're going to know who is guilty. Thank you for watching the Shikama Live Show. Stop sitting in judgment. You do not want a judge in your bedroom. That's ridiculous. And the fact that these women keep trying to look for ways to get at a man's pocketbook. There's going to be black backlash, and when it hits, all women are going to suffer. Do you hear me? All women are going to suffer. That means the good and the bad. All of them are going to suffer. No, and I'm not talking about MRA. I'm not talking about men going their own way. I'm talking about a real backlash, a real one. Something that is going to be so far out of your hands, and you will not be able to do anything about it because you keep going to the government. You keep seeking to rob some guy of his money through the government. When the backlash hits, it will hit you so hard, it will make your head spin. And you will have absolutely no way to get out of it. So that means all of you good women out there, or who think you're a good woman, you need to talk to these gold diggers. You need to talk to these criminals dragging a man's name in the gutter, through the streets, on the newspaper, on the internet. Because when the backlash hits, it's not going to say, oh, well, this is a good woman. No, it's just going to be like, oh, that's a woman, period. She's one too. When I first got to Las Vegas, I was doing a book on sexual deviance. And I interviewed like 200 people about the different things that they're into. So I've heard it all. So this was nothing to me. And the reaction of the public to it really is telling that of how feminized the entire public is. Oh, that's terrible. That's not how you treat a woman. That has nothing to do with it. This is what they enjoy behind closed doors. And no, this woman can't say that he all of a sudden did this when she was with him for 3 years. This is what they were into. Open your eyes.